that we were calculating the area of this figure, which was d dash d e dash. All right. So everybody got that equation, that how we converted that equation into the coordinates? Hmm? Zainab, would you please explain so far what we have studied in this figure, like how we calculated the whole area, and then how we will calculate the area of this section, and then how we converted it into the coordinate equation. Hmm? Sorry? हाँ आप कर दें, लेकिन ये जैनब किधर है? हम्म हम्म हम्म। तो फिर हम डी 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 इसका जो एरिया है, या ई डैश डी डैश का एरिया, ये कैसे कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं? जो पहली। हम्म 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 हम्म। ओके। All right, so we have calculated the area of this one trapezoid, and we have converted that equation into the coordinates equation. So that's how we will do for all of them, right? For all of these triangle, rectangle, trapezoids. So we will do for all of them, and then we will rearrange those coordinates, which will give us this equation, right? Basically this 2 multiplied by area, this is coming from this one. When this 2 will go on the other side, this will be 2 area xa plus yb plus xbyc and xyd. And similarly, if you see like here, if you give this 2 on the other side, you will multiply this 2 on other side, and then xe ye minus xd yd. So this is how this whole equation is developed for this whole area, right? Now there is a easy way to develop this equation and calculate the area. And let's see what is that easy way. The equation 12.6 can be reduced to an easily remembered form by listing the x and y coordinates of each point in the succession in 2 columns as shown in figure 12.7. This is 12.7. With coordinates of starting point repeated at the end, the products noted by diagonal arrows are ascertained with the dashed arrows considered plus and solid ones minus. The algebraic summation of all the products is computed and its absolute value divided by 2 gets the area, right? Now, this started from A, E, D, C, B, A, and go back to B, A. So XA, XB, XC, XD, XE, and go back to XA. A, B, C, D, E, A, right? A, B, C, D, E, A, right? Okay. Then Y, YA, YB, YC, YD, YE, YA, right? So you have put 2 columns. In one column, you have written X coordinate of each point. In the second column, you have written Y coordinates of 2 points. Now, point arrows like XA to B and YA to YB. So from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A, these are dashed arrows, while YA to YB, YA to XB, YB to XC, YC to XD, YD to XE. These are solid arrows. And we have seen that they have told us that solid arrows products would be negative products and these dash would be positive. Like if you multiply this XA multiplied by YB, that would be, you will give it a positive sign. When you will multiply YA multiplied by XB, you will give it a negative sign. So when you have all these two products, you will add them together and divide by 2. Whatever the value will come, that would be the area of this traverse. Okay, so this is a simple way. If you have coordinates, that's very easy. We will see if in the equation we can do that. The procedure indicated in equation 12.7 is applicable to calculating any size traverse. The following formula, easily derived from equation 12.6, is a variation that could also be used, right? Area 1 by 2 XA by, similarly, like in this equation, if you take the common out, like XA YB, right? And XB YA, similarly, XA YB and XA YE. So if you take common XA out, right, there would be YE minus YB. So if you take 1 by 2 out and then XA, a YB minus YC plus XB common, YA minus YC plus XC, YB minus YD. So you can modify this equation into this equation and can use this equation if you have the coordinates to calculate the area of any size of traverse, right? So let's see in the example. Figure 12.5 illustrates the same traverse as figure 12.4. Let's see what is 12.5. This is 12.5. They have given us the coordinates. Point A coordinates, point B coordinates. Who is talking? Amjad Ali. Amjad Ali. All right. So whoever will make noise, I will kick him out. Okay. So Amjad Ali was that person. All right. So we have coordinates of all these points on this figure. And if we use this formula, whatever we had here, either we follow this rule or we use this formula, we can calculate the area of this triangle, right? So let's see how they have done that. Point A, B, C, D, E, A. X coordinate, Y coordinate. Now you have to multiply like this. What you did like this, X A, Y B, X B, Y C. So this method you have to use here. You will multiply by XY, that would be plus, and you will multiply, that would be minus. So if you add them together, this is minus and this summation is plus, that will give you this. And what was that? That divided by 2. So you will divide it by 2 and you will get this area for this traverse, right? So you have to just follow whatever the procedure they have mentioned here and you will get the area, right? So this is pretty simple. Either use this equation or either use this method and you will get the area of any size of traverse if you follow these rules and if the coordinates are given to you, or you can determine the coordinates in the field, right? Here is that what would be the error in that area. So you have studied in the chapter, I think third chapter, that how to calculate the error in the area calculation. You will see use the same formula and the answer is plus minus 37 feet square. That is the possibility of error, or that is the error in this whole area of this traverse. Or you can use this formula to calculate the error, which was also we have studied somewhere in third or fourth chapter. Area by double meridian distance method, DMD method. This method is not commonly used. The DMD method is not commonly used, as the coordinate method is the most easy one and the most convenient one. So this is kind of complicated. So I would not suggest, and we will not study this method in this chapter.